Hey you, yeah you who clicked on this video. Thanks for giving our channel a shot. And if you will, please do us the honor of watching the video all the way through. Appreciate it. Now onto the video.
Hey fellow heroes, today we will continue to discuss Tokyo Vice episode 4 and 5. 4 is titled I Want It That Way, and 5 is Everybody Pays. In the previous episodes we get to see what happens to Jake since he got taken by the Yakuza, and we wonder what's going to happen there, and we see how everything is run by the Yakuza, Japanese values, society, and so forth. So let's see what these 2 new episodes reveal to us. So let's get into it. In episode 4, we start at this fancy lounge with Samantha in it, and come to find out she's daydreaming what her club would actually look like. We see her putting a bid or, buying a property, which I'm starting to wonder if she's getting scammed. That lady was incredibly pushy, so hopefully she doesn't lose all her money. Then we skip to where Jake is being taken to the Yakuza leader Ishida Hitoshi. You can tell that Ishida has a sense of honor about him. So when Jake sat in his office, he wouldn't speak Japanese back to Jake. He told him that he was going to honor him his way because he was his guest. So it shows the character of the leader of this Yakuza clan. Ishida informs him that there have been some rumors that can really cost him his life, and that he needs Jake to find out who basically is the source of the rumors. Then we go to my favorite part of probably ever. Is Sato is sitting in the car with Jake, which I told y'all they were going to be friends. They're awesome together, by the way. And the song Backstreet Boys comes on, I Want It That Way. And Sato starts singing it and telling Jake that Backstreet is the best band in the world. I can't, he's too cute. Oh my god. So as they go down the road, they keep singing, and they're singing together, and it's the greatest thing ever. So then we skip to the next funny thing that happened. Y'all remember that cop that Jake basically tricked into paying for his own food? Miyamoto? Yeah, he's still pissed. Oh, because he had to pay for his own dinner. He tells Jake that he has to pay him back and to stop by the home dojo, where he will teach him real aikijutsu. He big mad. Meanwhile, Jake runs after Detective Katagiri and informs him about his encounter with Ishida and what they should do about it, and basically asking Katagiri if he could help him figure out who the source of the rumors is. Katagiri agrees and tells him basically to work harder on the files that he had provided for him. After Jake talks to Emi, who is his superior at the newspaper, and he convinces her to help him investigate the string of suicides / murders and the victims. And they go and talk about the man that basically burned himself alive and how he had talked to the widow, and they go and follow that lead. They run into a few dead ends, but that did not stop Jake. Meanwhile, they were running into all these dead ends. We go to Samantha, who is getting in trouble for talking way too much, telling everyone about the hostess club that she wants to open, and talking to this one hostess about this opportunity in the club that she is actually working at. She keeps telling everybody about her plans like nobody is going to say anything to anyone about it. It makes absolutely no sense. So of course her boss gets pissed off and asks her if she thinks that he's stupid. I mean, clearly she does, and also thinks that everybody is loyal and won't tell him anything. I'm wondering what kind of sheltered life she lived before coming to Japan. Oh right, we'll find that out soon. Sometimes she makes my head hurt. Moving on. Detective Katagiri, being the boss he is, makes one of Tozawa's men tell him who the mole is in the Chihara Yakuza faction. And guys, I'm so proud of myself. I guessed correctly. But back to Emmy and Jake. They finally made some headway. They figured out what how they were making money by suicides. And how they were making money is that their contract, this is crazy, their contract is a life insurance policy. And apparently in Japan, you can actually add a life insurance policy to your bank loans so you pay off your debt when you die. Crazy, right? But what they were doing was basically causing suicides so they can take all of the insurance money and keep it for themselves. So now all that's left is them finding who's heading up this operation, and they run into a snag. Meanwhile, Samantha is having dinner with Matsu-san, which is one of her constituents of the Hostess Club. We met in the first 3 episodes. And they're having a discussion, and he starts talking to her like he knows her, like he knows her past. He keeps asking if she's happy and she's finally had, the life that she wanted, and at what cost. And then he starts revealing to her that he is not who he seems. He has basically been hired by whoever she stole money from and ran away from, and that he's basically here to take her back. He tells her they can reach an agreement. She gets angry and says she doesn't want to hear this anymore. She storms off. She is done. She doesn't even sit there to listen to what the offer is or what is actually happening. She just, in typical Samantha fashion, just walks out of the room. Goes back to the club where Sato tries to warn her about her decision making. She has a fit on him because she says that she's not a damsel in distress, and walks out on him, even though he was supposed to tell her that everyone pays regardless. So if she was going to start a business, she needed to pay protection money. Then we get that awesome scene again with Jake and Sato and their friendship and how that's blooming. And basically they leave together to go eat or do something else. Then we are back to Emmy, and we see how she has to deal with a lot of harassment from guys who obviously don't respect her. And the way she handles it is really classy, but really, she puts her foot down, which I respect greatly because Emmy is a boss too. Meanwhile, Sato and Jake are enjoying their night, going to clubs, getting some hookers, apparently. Jake gets some, so does Sato. Good for them. And then we're back to, Samantha having an entire fit on somebody because things didn't go her way. She is starting to really piss me off. Towards the end of episode 3, you see Jake and Sato eating at this really nice fancy restaurant, and then he runs into Tozawa, and Jake, being Jake, decides that he is going to introduce himself to Tozawa, and the man has no self-preservation, it seems. But he made an impression. Tozawa's parting words are, "A man without enemies is no man." And that covers the Backstreet Boy episode 4. I'll do a whole separate video for episode 5 because a lot has happened in these 2 episodes. But all in all, still a great show. Still really invested. Can't wait to see what happens next. It is such a good show. I recommend it to anybody. But anyway, be safe, guys, and let me know what you guys thought of the episode. If I missed anything, please do tell, and see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out.
If you'd like to get a shout out on the channel, then hit that like button, maybe share it with a couple of friends, and do us the biggest honor of all, and subscribe to the channel so you can join the 8-Bit Heroes family. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when our new videos come out.